I made it up.
Oh no!
Jay!
I'm so sad. Mark Rambo Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like it's 98 to the Anime Protagonist podcast, and on this week's episode, we're bringing back a blast from the past. Ooh, sounds spooky.
I actually looked back because I wanted to find out how long the first time we did this was. Mm-hmm. You know what? Guess which episode we did this on. Jay might have done the research, I feel, but
Jay always
does the research.
Jay always remembers. He's very good with like.
No, I think he just does the research.
Man, I don't know.
It wasn't 14.
Episode 17.
Cole, you did the research. It was episode 17.
Oh.
I think actually, I don't even remember. I looked at it.
Oh,
I quickly looked at it in passing. I looked at it in passing when Jay suggested this topic like a couple days ago. So it's kind of a little fuzzy in my brain. I've had a busy couple days here.
Okay, well that's.
Well,
so you asked the question and you didn't even know the answer to it. That's.
I'm gonna look live on air.
I don't proclaim to be a genius. I'm just super smart and have infinite wisdom.
Episode 17 was not the episode.
Dang it!
Oh no!
Was it 19? I was either 17 or 19. I can't remember which one.
Episode 19 was the episode.
See, 7 is kind of like 9 if you just take like a little bit of the 9 out, right?
You know what? Like my brain operates like yours, Michael, because I can see where that confusion comes from. Like they're both odd numbers. They're beside each other in the odd number
it's
list.
Kind of visually similar too, right?
Kind of. The way that I write my 7s too. Like I put the little cross in it.
Oh, cool. We can unite on that. There's a reason why. Jay, do you do the little do you cross your 7s?
I'm too lazy. I just like do the 7, then I'm like, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I used to be too lazy, but I find it helps because I also like to do the hat and the shoes on the 1.
Oh, I do the hat and shoes on the 1.
Do you? No, I just do a line.
But if you do the hat and shoes on the 1 and you don't do the bow tie on the 7, then it's just confusing. It just looks like a 1 without the shoes.
No, because for me, the 1, like, it has the hat and the shoes, and then the 7 is, like, slanted a little bit. So, like, you see that...
What if you're writing quick and you don't slant it enough?
Mm-hmm. He's got
well, like, it's my writing, so, I mean, like, it's easy to discern. I'll have to show you. It's hard to explain, like, how a written thing looks via an audio medium.
No, describe it. I want you to describe it right now for
okay.
listeners.
Write it on my whiteboard, please.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, if you could take your marker there and write a 7, just like but like a little bit slanted.
It'd be funny if you just tilted the board.
But see, Jay, look at this.
That's so hard, though.
It looks like a Fender F, too.
Yeah,
it kind of does, yeah.
Like if I wrote F7, if I wrote like type F7, they'd be like, what, write 7-7? Or type 7-7, they'd be like, what?
What?
Exactly.
I just rolled away to go look for the cap that I spat out from my pen to write on the whiteboard. And as I was rolling away, I was like, oh God, I simply cannot fall out of my chair at this time.
You must.
You must.
It's not allowed.
You must.
You must fall off your chair, I think is what you're trying to say.
I think
anyway, I'm doing an introduction here, guys.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, we're already into the episode. I don't think
we're already
back
like,
to the intro would...
Yeah, we're ankle deep in.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to intro
I'm sorry,
now? Welcome to the Anime Protagonist podcast.
Ooh, I'm Michael. Ooh.
Oh, look at me. I'm Michael. I'm nice and am very good to my friends. Look at me.
I'm so smart.
Number 7 has a hat on it, but no shoes.
Do you draw like... On the 7, do you draw like the little line going down from the horizontal line?
No, what kind of psycho does that?
Oh, like
do you?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't, but I know that there are people that do.
Oh, sure. Like you add a serif to your 7? No, that's too many. That's too many lines.
That's straying way too close to God.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, of turning your 7 into like a fish hook almost.
Yeah.
Cole with the big knowledge. See, you made fun of me for being smart. The guy drops serif when we're talking about the number 7.
What do you think sans serif means in like typesetting?
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Jay, I'm right?
No, you're right.
Yeah, Jay knew that. Yeah. I know Jay knows that.
There's just a massive brain behind that hair is what I'm saying. That's all.
Yeah, it's just that
nice
the hair...
haircut, by the way, Cole.
Thank you.
Nice haircut. Yeah.
The problem is the roots of my hair. Like, I'm slowly getting stupider, and I think it's because as my hair grows longer, it's also growing down into my brain and slowly making me dumber.
Yeah, I think that's over. I think that's because of when you had, or when we started doing this, you were wearing headphones, so the headphones kind of like push the hair. The headphones kind of keep, and it could be like, it keeps it like the pressure right on your ears, right? Whereas now you have like too much vibration. You have the in-ear monitors, and it's vibrating your brain directly, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't want to like
mess with your hair.
No, I don't want to like not allow our fans to see my ears. You know?
Oh, I guess I should do an ear reveal
for the ear fetishists.
Oh God,
Jesus.
What, are
Jay,
we gonna get like
turn.
comments?
Jay.
Are we gonna get hold on. I just want to finish my thought before I do this. Are we gonna get like show ear comments in our Discord now? Or in the comments section?
Possibly. We'll find out.
Well,
it's up to the listeners.
Wow. Beautiful ears. Lovely.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Like
I need a
elven
haircut.
Goddess.
I also need a haircut.
I don't. I just had one last week.
Oh, nice. What do you guys think about manga? Do you like manga?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Yeah,
Mike, do you have any manga behind you?
Of manga. No, but I have manga over there.
Yeah, sure you do. Okay, yeah, okay. Mike's got manga. It's just over there.
Fair, these are light novels.
It's with my girlfriend in Canada that you guys wouldn't see.
The one that he's renting?
This Rent a Girlfriend Volume 1 here. So lovely. So
that's not the manga we tasked you with reading for this review.
Wasn't it?
No.
Maybe
actually, someday. The manga that we tasked you with reading is called Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. And I should have brought up a synopsis so that I could read that said synopsis to our lovely listeners.
If you'd like, me and Jay can talk for like 2 seconds while you do that. I can hear you typing away on your keyboard.
I'm typing. You know, I'm typing. I'm typing.
Is Mario on your screen? Is he teaching you how to type?
What?
What?
Mario teaches typing? No,
Jay. No.
All Mario I had in school was like all the right type. That was my
I had this
thing.
one. It was like a truck. It was you were driving a truck and you were typing.
I remember that one, but I also had like this one in space. Like you're in space and there's like this computer that's like telling you to type certain things so you can destroy all the asteroids.
Isn't that like? I swear, this is all the right type that we're talking about right now. I remember it. It's like
more like all the right wrong.
No, do you remember like you'd log onto the old MacBook in the computer lab, and there's like a futuristic city there, and you click on the different buildings, and they have like different things they're going to try to teach you about typing.
And everybody would just go like this.
Yeah, as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah. So that the
Did
truck
it have
would
you
go fast?
like put your pinky on ASDFG or ASDF?
Yeah, well, you got a really long pinky.
The teacher would also walk around
semicolon or
that's what the
semicolon.
That's what the little indents on the F and the J are for, so that you know where to put your index fingers.
Yeah.
You know what else the F and the J are for? When you need to type F and J.
Yeah, f***ing J.
F and J.
F and J.
F and J, man.
Why do you say that, Jay?
Why do you say that? Now I gotta...
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I was just saying when you need to type the letters F and J.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like in J is a fine...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about
J.
I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about the letter J, like J. Holy shit.
J is a gentleman, like the genre of music, like D, J.
But that starts with a D.
Yeah, but there's still a J in there.
That's true.
The gentleman.
You guys ever smoked behind a supermarket before, though?
No.
With you.
No, yes. Mike would love to. I know he would.
I've smoked behind a pizza store before.
I think I've done that with you.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's very
I have
likely.
a synopsis if you want me to read it.
No, I've got the synopsis here.
We can both read synopsises and see if they differ.
No. At age 45...
the PlayStation prices start at...
We're taking over, Jay. We're taking over.
At age 45, office worker Sasaki has had enough of the corporate grind. His only solace is smoking and the friendly smile of supermarket cashier Yamada. When Sasaki can't find Yamada after a particularly trying day, a striking woman invites him to smoke with her. Ooh, it's his lucky day. The despondent man thinks he's made a new smoking buddy in the cool, teasing Tayama? I don't know. Mike gave me a hard time about this before we started recording.
Well, because you're saying Tay, and I think it's
Tai. It's Tai, because it would be like
there's no I.
Tayama.
Yeah.
Tayama.
That's why you're saying Tai. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, Sasaki doesn't realize he already knows her. Ooh.
Wait, he does?
Yeah, he does, Jay. Through this review, we will reveal things to you that your huge brain,
my little pea brain,
your little pea brain can't possibly comprehend.
Jay's got a big old brain, I can tell.
Yeah. No, it's like the size of, like when you're looking at a pea and you're like, man, that's small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay's like a stegosaurus. Jay's like a stegosaurus. His brain is like a walnut.
No, that's too big.
Oh, wrinkly. Super wrinkly.
Oh, so wrinkly.
It's rock hard.
It's covered in formaldehyde. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, I should specify, I wouldn't worry people too much about spoilers in this one. I
was just thinking the same thing, honestly.
Only spoiler in this is maybe not even a twist, because the only
like,
person who doesn't know what's
obvious.
going on is the main character.
And me.
So
and
the
Jay.
whole plot is that basically this guy's like he's like 40-something businessman.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and hangs and smokes out with like a 20-something girl behind the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a huge crush on the cashier. But he doesn't realize they're the same person somehow.
He doesn't really have a crush on her, though. It's more just like he goes to see her because seeing her smile just like brightens up his day.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, no, he has a crush on her. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm with Jay on this one. He needs that like pick me up. He's like,
yeah.
Like, he just gets energized.
Yeah.
I think he has more of an attraction to
Tayama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know.
Because
man.
who would
agree?
Right? I mean, what?
Yeah.
And what I want to say is that, like, as Jay's kind of joking here, like, it doesn't explicitly say immediately, I don't think, in the beginning of the manga, like, oh, that's what's happening. Tayama is just Yamada.
Mm-hmm.
And like for the first 3 chapters of reading this, oh yeah, and don't be worried about spoilers. There's no spoilers to this.
No,
like we could say everything that happens in it, and it's not really spoilers. It's super slice of life.
They smoke.
They smoke and talk about things. She teases them.
They smoke.
Classic. Yeah. I actually did not realize
they're having
Tayama was Yamada until like chapter 3.
Oh, that's just because you have the pea brain.
I am a pea brain for sure. Did you guys realize immediately? Because I definitely did not until like it slowly kind of clued it in, and then eventually like I think.
Well,
chapter
I mean, yeah,
whatever,
like I don't think
explicitly says it.
I don't think it's explicitly said until probably chapter 3 , but like it's pretty obvious.
I kind of
how oblivious I am.
I kind of like that though, because like it respects your intelligence enough to be able to figure it out yourself rather than beating you over the head with it.
It respects our intelligence because we're so intelligent, Michael.
Head empty, no thoughts. I realized about chapter 3 when they started. I think probably the mangaka was like, okay, time to start dropping like hints for the idiots like Mike. And then I think chapter like 7 or something, he explicitly like has her sit like. I think her manager is basically like they're the same person.
Yeah.
Just straight up like says it.
Yeah. And that she likes to like tease people and stuff.
Yes. I wanted to ask you guys 2 questions here.
Please.
Yeah.
How many chapters did you guys end up reading? Because this is not officially published on an actual volume format in English anywhere. So I wasn't sure where to stop.
It is. Square has it.
Yeah, but it comes out in 2024. The volume. Usually we read one volume, so I didn't know where to stop with this one.
Yeah, in this situation,
does say chapter 17 or 16 is the last chapter of volume 1.
Really? Oh, that's a big volume, actually. Well, I guess the chapters are short.
They're very short, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, because I read up to like I think I read chapter 20 was the last one I stopped at.
I stopped at chapter 30, which is the most recent one.
You're caught up.
Yeah.
So it's a quick read is what we'll say.
It's a very quick read, and it's pretty light. Like, I wouldn't go into this expecting like any
deep storytelling.
Yeah.
No, I had a bath after I worked out, and then I was like, oh, this is a perfect time to read it. And like I read those 20 chapters in the span of the one bath. So it's a quick read.
It's the perfect smoke break manga. Like
kinda,
you go out for a smoke break and you just like get that 5 minutes to just scroll through it. And like it's perfectly timed. You feel like the people are there smoking with you, and then you go back to work. And
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a good metaphor there, Jay.
It's definitely, the other thing too is, not to be cynical about it, but it's definitely one of those like wish fulfillment mangas, you know. You're an adult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
as I was reading it, I'm like, oh, Cole thinks he's this protagonist for sure.
Yeah.
This pretty girl is talking to me, smoking.
This Misato clone is talking to me and
she's
smoking.
She's not a Misato clone. For one, she's not grooming anyone. Misato.
For two, she's younger.
Yeah.
It's true. It's reverse Misato.
It's reverse Misato, if anything. Yeah.
Same vibes though, I would say.
Same vibes, yeah. Definitely has those vibes.
She has that step on me energy that I know.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah. And she has the like, she's a little more like mentally mature and intelligent, I would say, than our protagonist, Sasaki, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Sasaki? Yeah. He's kind of like me, actually. He's like just a stupid idiot. He just kind of is busy doing his work and doesn't really like pay too much attention to anything other than that. And even though it's pretty plainly obvious, because she like works at the same thing, he never sees the two of them in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
She literally just like, she wears a jacket and parts her hair different, and suddenly she's a different person.
I mean, it's like the Superman mentality. Like,
I know
you never see Clark Kent.
But
here's the thing:
glasses on.
Here's the thing: you're not expecting to see Superman wearing glasses and working at the Daily Planet. So
yeah, you're not expecting these two people to be the same, because one is so over the top bubbly, and the other one is kind of like pessimistic. And even when she puts on like the smile in that one chapter. And he's like, that doesn't suit you at all. And it's like, she's the same
literally
person.
Her, yeah.
And like she kind of, a big part of it too is like, she obviously has a crush on him too, right? And a big part of it is her basically trying to get this ignoramus to realize that they're the same person without explicitly saying it, I guess, because she's kind of like too deep into the bit. She can't give it up quite yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't.
She can't just like explicitly tell him that it's her, because that's like kind of embarrassing.
It'd be awkward for sure. Yeah.
Where's the fun in that too?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we wouldn't have 30 chapters of a manga if she did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Pitch Meeting says. So then the manga would happen.
Little manga.
Yes. I wanted to just quickly ask you guys, did you guys read this on the official Square Enix app, or did you read this through other sources? Because I tried reading it on the official Manga Up app or whatever the heck it's called. And man, does it have bad like
I hate Manga Up.
It's horrible.
It's like terrible. Like it's not K manga bad, but it's still pretty bad.
I don't know K manga, but like
K manga's Kodansha's manga app.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like you have to pay for a subscription to it, and then you also have to pay for every chapter on top of the subscription.
That's kind of what this is almost.
Yeah.
Except you don't have to pay for a subscription. So like Cole, you basically get like credits. Like it's kind of like in Genshin Impact how you have stamina.
Yeah.
And you have to like expend that stamina to read a chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just like a silly little system they have there.
It's becoming the norm, which sucks because a lot of manga places, Webtoon's doing it.
So they're like gamifying your manga reading kind of thing.
It's turning into a gacha.
No, honestly, like when I ran out of free chapters, it said your free chapters, you recover your energy at 7 p.m. And I'm like, what is this? What is going on?
I'm so full of energy.
Yeah, or pay $1 and you can read 4 more chapters. Which, like, to be fair, they need their money. But I don't know. It just seems I'm spoiled with the Shonen Jump app or Viz app, where you pay your subscription and you have it all.
Yeah. I seek this in alternate means.
Mm-hmm. Again, pretty common with manga, right?
Yeah.
It's readily available if you know where to look.
Yeah.
Back to the actual manga itself, though.
Just for a vibe check on the both of you, how easily were you able to read it? Like, was there ever a time where you're like, I'm not into it, I want to put it down?
Oh no,
or like, were you just?
I zoomed through this one.
Yeah.
I really like the low key chill vibes of it. Makes me want to have a cigarette.
It was incredibly Call of the Night-y, if that the same energy almost.
Yeah, I
like,
can see that.
Okay,
that's why as I was reading it, I was like, I see why Cole likes this so much. I would say through the first 5 chapters, if I didn't have to continue, I might have stopped.
Okay.
But once I started piecing things together and like the stuff started more, there's not much that happens, but like once I kind of got a bit more momentum to it, I enjoyed it. I was reading it right up till we started recording. Actually, I got to chapter 21, and then for some reason it was in full color, and it scared me, so I had to stop.
Color in manga, that's scary. But then you could have seen the main girl in color,
full color.
It's true.
In living color.
What about Jay?
Yeah, so I kind of had a similar experience to Mike, where like when I started off, I was like, okay, this is going to be a bit of a slog, but like as I continued on, I got invested in the relationship. And the dynamic between the two leads. I thought that they had really good chemistry together, and it made me go like, okay, I can keep going. And it made me go all the way through. And again, I looked into it to see how much volume 1 was because I didn't want to read too much. So I only read the first 16 chapters. But
you mean in terms of how many chapters it was, not cost.
I thought you meant cost wise.
Like I've looked it up. I gotta buy it now.
Yeah. Cole's gonna buy it.
Yeah, this would probably be one that I'd collect.
You're gonna get 2 volumes in the next year or so. That'll be about all you get anyway.
Easy to collect it. Yeah. I mean, hey, look, I'm still waiting for volume 2 of.
Oh, I never noticed you actually have March Comes in like a lion back there.
Yeah, March Comes in
even though it's been there for many
weeks.
I think he posted it in the Discord. By the way, during our Discord, when he got it. Because he was just so excited.
Absolutely, he did. I remember that now. I just never, like when you look at something, say someone who looks similar to someone and you never kind of put together, you never make the mental connection
that they're the same person.
It's the same thing. Yeah. That's kind of like with the March Comes in like a line. I'm like, oh, that's
Sasuke with Yamada and Taima.
Yeah, the example the example I would have used, Michael, is how most car accidents happen within 300 meters of your house.
What? Why that one?
Because you're used to that. So you don't notice if something's out of place.
So you let your guard down.
So you let your guard down. Yeah. So you let your guard down and didn't notice that. That scare you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure for the jump scare today.
Jump scare. It is spooky season.
Mike, put a jump scare in here.
This is
true.
No, I don't like jump scares.
No, I don't like jump scares either.
Yeah.
Put in a split second from the Five Nights at Freddy's trailer.
No.
I'm too old for Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't understand it.
Here's the thing. Sorry, I don't mean to derail our review any more than.
I don't know if we were ever on the rails to begin with.
No, we never
were.
That's okay. I just want to make something very clear to our listeners, and this is not a bit. I'm being 100% completely earnest. There will never be a jump scare in the Anime Protagonist podcast,
except for that one that you just did.
No, I will not put in any jump scares because I hate jump scares. They're cheap and they're not fun.
You know what? There's a time and a place, but I think they are cheap, and I do think you don't want to it's not something you want to rely on. You want to use it as a tool in your arsenal, but it's not the main one.
It's like fart and poop humor. That's
always funny though.
There's a time and a place.
Yeah, I agree. If you're too dumb, then it just gets old quick.
Yeah. You know what didn't get old though?
What's that?
This manga.
I agree.
It's short. There's not much
short.
to it.
No, honestly,
it's sweet.
This is one in my list of mangas where I'm like daily I refresh to see if the new
chapter dropped.
New chapters come out.
Well, if you get the what's the Manga Up app or whatever, it actually tells you when the next chapter's coming out. I thought the app itself was nice, by the way.
You guys haven't done a very good job in selling that app to me. So I'm probably going to avoid it.
I mean,
for someone like you, this would actually be very beneficial because you get enough energy to read your one chapter a day and then you move on.
I read quite a few. I read quite a bit in the day, actually.
No, but you said like you're waiting for the new chapter.
Oh, yeah, but I have lots of different manga that
you can't keep up on.
Mike, I really liked your comparison of this to Call of the Night. You're very good at comparing like what this is similar to, and I wouldn't call it like similar genre wise, but similar vibes wise.
It definitely has similar vibes. Yes.
Like, and I don't know, maybe my smooth brain is like, they both take place at night, so they are the same. But
does this one actually take place exclusively at night? I don't think so.
Well, it takes place after he comes home, like after he is on his way home from work.
I always picture it at night. I picture them like behind the building, and the only light source is like a light off of the building, and they're just like, like standing outside with your friends at night. There's just a different vibe to it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's like the picnic table conversations. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I said picnic table like
campfire
that.
Conversations.
Yeah, or campfire conversations. Yeah. It's kind of that same energy. It is a nighttime energy, and it just something about it. I don't know exactly what. Maybe it's like the kind of aloof teasing girl when the kind of oblivious boy she's just kind of like helping him work through his problems a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same energy, right?
Yeah. Jay, would you compare this to anything?
I was honestly thinking about that. I think the one that came to mind, aside from Call of the Night, was like, it does have a little bit of Wotakoi in it.
Okay. A little bit.
Just in like the just more adults. Like adults like hang out after work and just kind of like being their true selves. But like, and like, I mean, obviously the romantic vibes are there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that like, oh, this is a very unique manga, because like it's very like, down to earth slice of life.
But like when I'm comparing it to things, because of course like the other one that you'd compare it to would be like Takagi or
that's what I was going to ask you if it was like, because I haven't read or watched either of those, and it just kind of seems like in the same genre.
They're similar in the sense that like the girl is teasing the guy, but also it's nothing like that. It's kind of just, I don't know, it's like more mature. Like it's
much more I mean, it's a seinen versus a shonen. I
was gonna say that's the demographic difference, right?
Yeah. And I don't mean mature in the sense of like, like dark, explicit, or dark and gritty. No, I just mean more mature, and like this is how adults would actually tease each other.
Yeah. Like it's not really like those like very elaborate jabs at each other, but it's more just like little poke.
It's realistic. So
well, I mean, the girl putting on an entire persona of a different person for the entire thing is pretty elaborate.
Well, I don't think that she's putting on a different persona like when she's smoking with him. I think that's her real persona.
Right? That's who she is. Yeah,
that's who she is.
The persona is more the Yamada the Yamada persona that she acts at the cash register.
Perhaps I used the wrong term. I meant like she's basically doing like a little act of two different characters, and she's maintaining that illusion throughout the whole thing. And that's kind of a bit of a high wire act, right?
I think I can excuse it a little bit though, because I think a part of it is like, if I think, again, I read this like a week ago, so I don't really remember, but I feel like I remember this thing where she's like, if I reveal who I am to him, the illusion might be broken. And I don't want that to happen.
Well, that's like a realistic thought too.
So like, I do get that.
And I think the tightrope thing, like she's just got her customer service face, and then her not customer service face. The only thing that she's doing, and the main character is just too dense to realize that that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
But she's telling him that her name is different.
Yeah.
And she's just running with it.
Yeah. But I think maybe you misunderstood when I said high wire act. Like I was basically saying like she's walking like a very fine line and like kind of doing quite a bit to maintain this illusion. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing or anything. It's just, and honestly, if she wasn't doing that, this manga would be super boring too. So like, like really the only thing this manga has going for it, right?
It's like, the
interactions. And that's the hook.
The hook and the dramatic irony of it is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Dramatic irony of it. I'm going to need you to elaborate, Jay. What do you mean by that?
It means when the reader knows something that a character in the story does not know.
Yes. And I like how the manager is kind of like a self-insert character for us too. Like she's like, why don't you just tell him? And she's like, well, I can't. And she's like, oh, okay, well, it's getting interesting now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously we got to ask who's the best boy in this.
Is there anyone aside from Sasaki?
There's, I don't know when the character's introduced in the manga, if you guys saw it, but there's, at one point, there's another character that's introduced who's like a stock boy.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him yet. Okay. No.
Then, I mean, that's the only other guy.
Yeah.
Or one of Sasaki's like work friends,
coworkers, or like his boss or something, I guess.
But I like Sasaki. He's
okay.
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's just toiling away at this crappy company.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting to see him again, kind of Jay's Wotakoi example of like the comparison there. It's kind of interesting that he's like a manager at this company. It seems like he's not just usually with this type of manga and stuff like that, it's like a grunt, like he's just like another guy who's just being ground under the wheel of the company. But in this one, he's like a middle manager who's getting ground under the wheel of the company. And I thought that was kind of a bit of an interesting twist too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Most important question though. Mm-hmm. Best girl.
Well, there are 3 choices here.
There are 3 choices, which is much more than best boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense that we all pick different characters.
Okay.
I like how we're doing. We've never done this for a manga before.
Haven't we?
Best boy, best girl. I don't think so. And then we're doing it for the one where there's like 2 characters in it.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with the cigarette is best girl.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jay.
I'm gonna pick Tayama. I mean, come on.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
and I'm going to go with, I really like Mike's answer, but yeah, I'm going to go with Tayama as well, because, I mean, everybody who listens to this podcast regularly knows why.
I was very tempted to go with Yamada, but I mean, like, all she does is smile. Like, that's her thing. That's her shtick.
I thought if I had to guess, I would have thought that's who you went with, because, like, you like the sweet girls usually.
She is sweet, but, like, that's like she doesn't really have any more than the smile and have a nice day, which I mean, to be fair, is enough for Sasaki.
Mm-hmm.
But like
that's simp.
Yeah. But I feel like Tayama has a bit more meat on those bones, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She has cigarettes in her pocket.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, do you guys want to dive deeper into the plot here, or you guys figure?
You know what? Let's do a spoiler drop.
No. Let's just rate it. Let's just rate it and move on. Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll start with Mike. What was your rating on this one?
You know what? Like I said, I basically read this pretty much the whole manga in one shot while I was in the tub, just soaking and enjoying it. I thought it was good. I'm debating if probably what'll happen is I will catch up to the 30 chapters that are out right now. Mm-hmm. And then it will go on a pause list. And I don't know if I'll ever actually get the will to ever continue it from that point on. Because I feel like I've got it. You know what I mean? Like I've kind of understand what the story is. I don't need to see them get together. I don't care if they get together.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, gist. But that's the only thing.
That's literally the hook. Yeah.
When are they going to find out?
No, you know what? When I watch like any kind of romance stuff, and maybe this is why I don't like it that much, is like I in general the journey is better than the finale anyway. So maybe that's why I like Rent a Girlfriend too. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm going to rate this one background character, I think.
Okay.
Give it a background character. Yeah.
Serviceable.
I'm tossed up exactly where I'd put it, but like there's nothing offensive about it, but there's nothing that makes me say, ooh, this tickles my jimmies. Now,
I think that's like 4 weeks in a row you've used that.
Yeah.
Really? Ever since Jay made fun of me in the Discord, it's in my head now. But yes, Jay, tell us if this tickled your jimmies.
So I probably didn't like this as much as, say, Cole did, but I did enjoy it. I think that the fact that I was able to read it in like one sitting and just get all the way through it says a lot about it. I liked their chemistry together. I thought that like their interactions and how their dynamic kind of evolved as the story, in quotes, went on, was fun. I really like that like smoke break vibe. Like it's written for someone who wants to just like go out for a smoke break and just read this while they're smoking a dart.
Chuffing a dart in the party.
Yeah. And like that said, I think that like if you're looking for something that's super elaborate or super super dense with a plot, this probably won't be for you.
Sure.
No, there's almost no plot. Yeah.
No, but if you just want like some comfy unwind vibes, I'd recommend it. And I'd go supporting.
Nice.
I forgot to say, I would recommend it to people if I didn't know Cole was reading this and I read it, I'd be like, Cole, you should read this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
because I know this is the genre that people like if you like the Takagi-sans or Call of the Nights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically if you're me.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
This is the Venn diagram.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, just echoing what you guys say, obviously I enjoy it. I really like these vibes, like something about nighttime vibes. I would enjoy seeing this get like an anime, one of those animes that's like just like quick shorts.
Yeah, I'd enjoy it if it were short. I feel like if it were like a full length 24-minute show, it would probably not be as good. Yeah,
it'd be a little too like Shikamori's Not Just a Cutie, where it's really hard to make it into like an interesting anime.
But if they did it like, just one of those short, shorts, 5-minute episodes would be cute. I will say we didn't really talk about the art as well. I find the art in this charming. Like it's kind of, it's not like beautiful, but it kind of also is in a way. I don't know.
It's like a weird, it kind of reminded me, and I know Cole doesn't read this one, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Blue Box artistically. It uses a lot of the same kind of tricks and styles, a lot of like, whenever it uses the zoom in on the person's eye to show like arousal or whatever the hell the feeling they're feeling is there.
Love.
Whatever
what do humans call it? Yeah.
What do you human beings call this?
I obviously vibe with this. This is a great one to just, kick your feet up or, hey, it's almost bedtime. I'm going to read this one. It's nice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'll give this a supporting as well. I feel like this is probably in that kind of 70% kind of percentile range. Yeah.
Okay. I was a little worried you're going to give it like protagonist because like there's just not enough here.
No, a protagonist,
there's not like meat on this.
Protagonist to me is like a masterpiece or like something that is kind of the peak of a specific genre. And this, for what it's trying to do, I think does it well. But it's not doing it's not groundbreaking in any way,
That's what I would say. It's like there's it's not revolutionizing anything.
Yeah, you can find this kind of thing elsewhere. Like it's not super unique.
It's just a little bit unique.
Unique.
Yeah, like I would agree that it is a unique take on this genre, and it is a good vibe differently.
Yes, but like
we're kind of talking in circles at this point, I think.
Yeah.
It's time for the mailbag.
Mailbag time. You thought we weren't doing a mailbag, but we are doing a mailbag. If you want to send us a mailbag, please do. You can do that on our Discord, or you can go to our website, AniProPod.com/mailbag. Have we checked that link at all? Or
it does work. Yes,
it does work.
Okay,
yes.
okay, can confirm it does work.
My efforts were not in vain.
AniProPod.com/mailbag.
AniProPod.com.
I think also AniProPod.com/Patreon and also AniProPod.com/Discord also work.
Yes. And of course, patron people get priority in our mailbag. Like this one, patron priority mailbag. Wee woo. From Peach with Love. Asked us a question.
We may have an answer.
They asked, can you guys please explain why you prefer AniList over Mal? This question is coming from a Mal user.
Ooh. I feel like my answer is very boring for this.
Well, please. Well,
I mean, elaborate.
So,
yes.
I jumped ship from Mal to AniList because it went down in like 2018 for like a couple months. And I was like, well, screw this. So I just jumped over and never turned back.
That's fair. That's fair. Ray, what do you think?
Sorry, my cat was on the screen there.
She's gone. Your cat's been on the screen for like 5 minutes. People weren't listening to us at all.
Would know that. Yeah. I'm kind of similar to Jay. I started watching anime again in earnest in like, I think it was like late 2017, early 2018 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I remember there being kind of a whole thing with like Mal went down for a while and like Mal was kind of unreliable. And like I'm the type of guy who really likes like a nice user interface, and Mal's user interface, I think it's gotten better in the years since, but it was like it reminded me of like when I was like 7 years old logging onto Netscape Navigator on my mom's work computer and like using like old internet stuff. Yeah. It was like
But Mal has an app. Does AniList have an app?
Has multiple. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I honestly, ever since Cole convinced me to do the old, you just save because I have an Android phone. I don't think Apple people can do this, but you can save the website as an app. It's just within Chrome itself onto your like home screen, and then that actually works better than any of the apps. Honestly.
Yes, no, like their interface for mobile is like
very good.
Basically just an app.
And the other thing too, well, I guess before I elaborate more, I'll let Cole say why he made this choice.
Well, I mean, like ultimately, it's a boring answer. I mean, there's no groundbreaking, mind altering reason I think any of us did.
No.
Mine was Jay and I had started to become friends, and we were talking about like favorites lists on. And I was saying, you can only favorite 5 things on Mal? And Jay was like,
really?
Go to AniList. You can just favorite as many things as you want.
And people do that, as we found out on our Patreon bonus episode.
Yeah, we did find that out. And that's really why I made the change, so that I wasn't
locked to 10.
I also like, and maybe Mal does this as well, and maybe I'm just a noob with Mal.
That's the thing, is like I feel like I'm so out of the Mal game at this point where like I don't even know what they do anymore.
Yeah, in Mal, can you like specify that you want your score based on specific criteria?
I don't think so.
I think it's
you're
just
stuck
1
to
to
the
10.
just out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas
AniList is more versatile.
Yeah. Like my score is based on different categories that I rate, and then it calculates my score for me.
I feel like the two of you are much more elaborate when it comes to AniList. Like for me, it's literally just to track what I'm watching or reading or whatever.
I kind of basically use it like that, but I do find a little bit of joy in like at the end after I've watched something. And this is probably why, I mean, we're on an anime podcast, but there's a bit of joy that I get I usually will finish a show and then like I'll give it a day or two. And then I go back and I look at my categories. I think it's sound, animation, characters, and enjoyment. No, it's visuals, characters, enjoyment, and something else. I don't remember. And then I have to actually think. I'm like, did I enjoy it? Yeah. How much did I enjoy it out of 10? And then it gives me like the score after all that. And I find that like a little fun little thought exercise.
Yeah. I mean, I like tracking it, but I'm also I have an ego, and I want to I want people to know what I rate things, you know?
Cole takes a lot of pride in being the correct opinion. So yes.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, it is,
Yes.
you know, I was going to say it's tough having the correct opinion all the time, but it really isn't. It's quite easy. I don't know how the rest of the world lives with just like convincing themselves of their wrong opinions when my opinion is clearly right. And all you have
Cole,
to do is agree with
I know
me.
exactly how you feel.
I don't, because I'm not as conceited as the two of you.
Oh, you are.
You are.
You are.
Deep down in your heart, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah. We've got a regular mailbag
I literally have on my AniList, let me remind you two boys, as my bio, I watch/read trash so you don't have to, quote, end quote.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's just so you can just... I feel like that's, you're capping yourself a little bit, my boy.
He had to stop this whole episode. He had to stop me from talking so that he could read that thing off of his AniList because he's so humble. Your humility
I just know that I like terrible shows.
Mm-hmm.
So do we.
Yeah. And you're humble about it.
Yeah, because I don't need to be so conceited.
You're so humble. You're the you are the most humble.
No, Cole's
Gold
the most
star.
humble for sure.
I am quite humble. I am humble. If you guys could only be as humble as I am.
We'll learn one day.
Yeah, we'll reach your level,
Overlord. Did you get the memo, Jay, by the way, from Cole that we have to refer to him as Supreme Overlord from now on after episode 100?
Oh, no, but I'll get right on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I might want to check your inbox.
Yeah, Oh, is this my
Do we have to
character?
bow
Is this
as
what my
well?
character has developed into? Is like a supremacist? Like a
Well, I mean, you are
developed into?
I mean, you are Cher Aznable.
That is true.
That is
on
true.
the banner.
Yeah. I'm on. If anybody meets me in real life, I'm actually quite the opposite of this character I've developed, I guess.
These are all just characters we put on for the podcast. We're actually
Mike, like if somebody met me, I'm quite shy and quiet. But
I remember
you are. Yeah.
You guys know when you get to know me, obviously I'm super annoying, but
well, cool.
Yeah,
you know
obviously.
you remember how we met, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were both volunteers, and the reason I approached you is because you put in the volunteer chat, I'm wearing an Evangelion shirt. Come say hi if you're in the room. And
Jay was the only one who came. Jay was the only one who came to say hi.
Because I'm such a good person.
Because he's so humble.
I would never have said hi, Jay. You made a terrible choice. Look where that got you.
Yeah. Reading a regular mailbag question from Devin. Yes. Masako Nozawa, who voices Goku, Gohan, Goten in the Dragon Ball series, turns 87 this month.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Yeah. Do you think she'll ever retire? Do you think anyone could replace her in these iconic roles? See, here's the thing with roles like this. No, I honestly think she'll keep doing it until she literally cannot do it anymore.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to make like a grander statement, like she'll do it till she dies, but more likely she'll do it until like she's incapable of doing it.
I mean, like, if as harsh as this is, the reality of it is that Japanese work ethic is like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like,
the other thing too is like when you're you've done this character for so long, like this is
your baby.
You get attached to it, right? Yeah, it's your baby. Like you don't want to. You want to keep doing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to kind of leave it a bit more open because you never know what could happen. Like, there's a lot of things that could contribute to her not being able to do it anymore. So no, I think she'll do it until she is unable to.
Yeah.
Whether that
I think it's the same for the Seiyuu behind Luffy. Like she'll do it until she can't.
Yeah. And do we think anyone could ever replace her? Now here's the thing. A lot of people are going to say, no, absolutely not. I think, you can replace voice actors, and that's the beauty of voice acting.
I mean, look at Mario for a recent example. Charles Martinet just got replaced.
Yeah. Or
it's easier to replace a voice actor than just
or a more controversial one, Rick and Morty. Were replaced with sound-alikes who sound pretty good. Like if you didn't know, they sound pretty much like Justin Roiland.
Like, I mean, if you listen for it, you can obviously hear that uncanny valley.
If you listen for it.
But like, again, if you're listening for it.
Mm-hmm. But if you didn't know, or if you didn't watch Rick and Morty and you didn't know about the whole controversy behind it, I don't think you'd have no idea on it.
Yeah.
Or to bring up like an anime example of this is when Crunchyroll redubbed, or when they did the dub for the 3rd season of Mob Psycho 100. They recast Mob, right? Because the voice actor wouldn't agree to their conditions and not being in a union and stuff. And honestly, like, I, as just kind of like a dummy that watches anime, I kind of didn't notice. I feel bad saying that, but it's easier. But whereas like when I see the new Geralt in like The Witcher, that upsets me. Like,
well, I think live action is very different from voice acting, because the voice, they're looking for a voice that sounds exactly the same.
But even
the voice is easier to imitate.
Yeah, whereas like a person, you can't get someone to look exactly like someone else and be able to do the exact same performance. And
that's what I was going to say, is it's almost not as much the looks as it is like the mannerisms and stuff that really,
Well, I mean, Dumbledore would be
famous though.
Yeah. And I think that they, you just best, you just have to. Well, I mean, it was necessary.
Yeah, and I mean, for Dumbledore, the two different actors had completely different takes on the character, and they both made him their own.
Which would be a little bit tougher with voice acting.
Unfortunately, like the cruel reality of life is that eventually you are no longer able to do things, and someone's going to replace you. That's the cruel fact of it, especially when you're voicing a character who is like one of the most iconic characters in anime and just basically a cash cow. Like,
also, you do a lot of screaming. Like, good, 87, and she's doing all of that
good
work.
For her. Yeah.
I couldn't honestly
do that.
They just announced a new Dragon Ball show, and like,
and that would be her again. Yeah, crazy.
The dub Goku's been like 6 different people, and the time it's just been her for the sub.
Well, I mean, it's pretty consistently been what's his name now.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, you're right.
I'm making a silly little point.
Yeah, Jay, I forgot to ask you a very important question.
Oh, yes.
Which we can do before we go into this break.
Okay.
You need to select a new manga for us to review.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't believe you for a second. There's no way he forgot about it. He never forgets.
He never forgets.
Pepperidge
like
Farm never always remembers, I think, is the quote. So I have selected something for us to read.
That's good.
But we're going to take a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of a left turn here, because we, gentlemen, are going to be reading a manhwa.
Oh, we're crossing the sea into.
We are crossing the sea. It just came out in print.
Okay.
Like very recently. It is on Webtoon.
Okay.
It is currently sitting at a 78% mean score on AniList.
Okay.
And came out in 2020.
Okay.
Gentlemen, we are going to be reading Jungle Juice.
Oh, Jay, you've been talking about this for so long. I didn't know it was a manhwa.
Juice. That's when you go and you put all of the drinks from the drink machine into your drink, and then you drink your drink.
Yeah.
Or it's a Korean manhwa rated 78% on AniList. Yes. As the music fades over us here, Jay, I want to tell you, if you like Korean manhwa, boy, do I have some good music for you. There's this band, New Jeans.
Yeah. Let's go to
I'm sure.
I'll show you them on the break.
I prefer that other band now at this point.
Twice.
Well, I just like that one.
Lomo Gang. You're a Neon stan.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Jay would like Mino Tazaki's song. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of those words.
Send us pictures.
Hold on. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know when I'm putting this in the episode. I'll find a place for it.
Hold open. How do I do GIF here?
How does this work? I'm gonna stop recording. Welcome back to the Anime Protagonist
Welcome
Podcast.
back to the Anime Protagonist Podcast. I'm taking over this week because we are doing a light novel quiz. And
you know what?
That scared me. It still is scary. It's still scaring me.
I guess that's fair. Sorry, I forgot that Jay's humility won't allow me to take the intro.
No. This is my week. I am the overlord of the light novel quiz.
Yes. Excellent. We're doing the light novel quiz.
He's the progenitor of the light novel quiz, Cole.
Was it my idea?
I don't remember whose idea it was.
I think we probably were just like joking about light novels and how the titles like Jay was probably telling us about some light novel and we were like, you could just make up a light novel name and I wouldn't know the difference.
That's probably what happened. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea for an episode. So we're doing it again. Yeah, here we are. And you know what? Episode 19.
92 episodes later. Or no, 82 episodes later.
Yeah?
No, that's wrong. Go ahead, Jay.
79 episodes later. No, you
guys done? You guys done doing mental math?
Let's do some more math.
The light novel quiz, the first time we did it, is my favorite episode. Now we get to do it again. So let's see if it tops it, because
we're on the road to 100 episodes.
We are, though. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah. That was my cover of Road to Viridian City.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you
for explaining what that cover was. Yeah. You know it's a good cover when you have to explain what it's a cover of.
Yeah, I agree, yes. Oh boy.
When's the album coming out, Mike?
Episode 101, the AniPro album drops.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh. No promises
for that. Why do you think I brought all these up?
Yeah.
Why do you think I brought all these guitars up?
I mean, we are getting a rap episode 100.
The J. Yeah. That's the band name.
That's so bad, I love it.
Yeah. That was like, there's I guess I can't say this because it kind of doxes us a little bit. Anyway, go on. I'll say it off air.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, no, I'm a little curious. I'm a little curious. So we kind of discussed what the rules for this are going to be. So I'm going to. So the boys decided without my permission that I have been winning too many of these games. So they decided that I am ineligible to win any points.
Jay's got 2 points, so
I've got
that we gotta hammer that mole back into the hole.
To be fair, those points those points were back to back, and at one point he was losing to someone who's not a host of the podcast. So let's temper expectations here a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to be quizzing my two co-hosts here on light novels that could either exist or not exist, and they have to figure out whether I made it up or it's an actual light novel that actually exists in real life.
You know my favorite part of this game is too?
What's that?
Listeners can play along.
You
just
can
like me
play
and Cole.
along. Yeah, and you know what? If you're listening to this on YouTube and you want to comment below your score, that would be awesome.
Yeah, do that.
Or if you want to go into our Discord, like what your score was, like I mean,
yeah, I'm commenting right now. I got 1 billion points in this.
Or like if Jay comes up with a light novel, because I think you came up with the descriptions for the ones you even made up, right?
Yes.
You read the title and description to us.
Yeah.
When we get to ask questions, let us know which ones like got you, because some of them I remember last time, like some of his like were pretty like, oh, that actually sounds pretty cool. Honestly.
Yeah. Jay, and this is Jay's announcement of he's been signed as a light novel
light novel title
author.
generator.
Cool, I'm under NDA.
Oh, sorry. I'll bleep it out.
Thank you.
Mother.
All right. So we've got. I have 19 titles here.
That's a great many titles.
Am I going to do all of them? Are we going to do all of them? I don't know. We'll see how much time we have. But let's play the feud.
It's a weird catchphrase. I'm into it though.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Are you boys?
Sign says.
So you just point to the distance. Yeah, no. You're just pointing up Saber Alter's skirt is what you're doing.
Survey says.
Survey says start the damn game already.
All right. Are you two ready?
Let's go.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm ready. Yes.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Our first light novel.
What?
Okay.
If I can clear my throat here. Our first light.
What?
What?
What are we doing?
I don't know.
He's being belligerent because he's not the host anymore.
I know.
He gets to be like you and me,
I took over. It is my episode.
It's my turn to ruin your week.
Yeah. Anyway, our first light novel, Haibara's Teenage New Game Plus. We all have embarrassing memories or deep regrets from high school, right? Socially anxious college senior Natsuki Haibara sure does. When he thinks back on that time of his life, all he has are fleeting fantasies of a happy adolescence that could have been. Imagine his bewilderment and surprise then when he inexplicably finds himself 7 years in the past, 1 month before his first year of high school. Can Haibara avoid his previous mistakes, make his way to the top of the school pyramid, and end up with the girl of his dreams? Or will he be forced to relive 3 years of solitude to as the most hated guy in school? He'll need all the help he can get in order to succeed, from a workout regimen to online how-to guides, a childhood friend, and plenty of sheer willpower. Watch as Haibara takes a second shot at his teenage years.
I have a good feeling about this one. I think I know this one.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, okay. But we each get one question, right?
You do get one question.
Okay. Now, Cole, how do you want to do this? Do you want to alternate who gets to guess, like who gets to declare first? Because I feel like there's a bit of an advantage declaring second, the real or fake.
Yeah, we'll alternate, I guess. So this time you can ask first and guess first.
Okay.
And then I'll go second this time.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I want to know? Does the main character get a sword at any point in this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That I feel like I definitely know the answer now. I definitely know this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. A question.
What was the title again? Sorry, Jay.
Haibara's Teenage New Game Plus.
Is the what color is the main love interest's hair?
I want to say brown.
See, I
want to say brown.
He wants to say brown. Hey, did you see his?
Now
I'm not so really. Now I don't know because that answer threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I had to really think about that one. Yeah,
but I have to guess first, though. I think right.
You do have to guess first.
Did that answer help you at all, Cole? That totally threw me for a loop now.
It may have solidified my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that Haibara's New Game Plus Life Simulator, whatever this name is, this is a J machination. I don't think this is a real one. And I'll explain why after Cole declares his guess.
Okay.
Yes. I will declare my guess, and I'm not sure what's going to happen when Mike and I both guess the same thing.
Okay.
Because I'm also guessing that this is a J machination. This is a J coming up with a self-insert character.
Yeah.
He's coming in. He's like, boy, oh boy, I wish I could do that.
I wish I could go back and the girl of my dreams would give me a big old kiss.
Big old kiss on the lip.
Kiss on the lip. Or even the cheek. I would even take the cheek.
Yeah.
The thing that kind of, for me, and this is going to probably age really poorly in 1 minute when Jay reveals that this is a real light novel, I feel like the description was too well written. That's what makes me think Jay wrote the description because he wrote it too well. Whereas
it's too good.
It's not clearly auto Google translated, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my biggest hint. But then when you actually had to think of the romantic character's love interest's hair color, and you look like you were actually trying to think, I'm like, oh no, now I don't know.
Okay. I hope with all of my heart that Jay used ChatGPT to come up with these descriptions of these light novels.
Cool.
For the ones that he did make up.
So Jay can get his first point here, though, because we picked the same. We both think this is a baloney. This is Jay's baloney.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess so. And the answer is that this light novel is real.
No,
it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
Hold
There's
on.
no
Let me go grab it. Let me grab it.
I mean, I believe you. I trust you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't lie.
Yeah. Jay, can you do me a favor and send me like the covers for all the real ones?
Yeah, I will. I'm sending the AniList page so you can look at it right now in the chat, because I feel like it would be fun to talk about it.
Oh my God, Jay, you did such a good job of picking one that I thought for sure was made up by you. It sounded too much like what was that anime you forced me to watch?
Oh, Relife?
Relife. It sounded too much like Relife, so I'm like, Jay just wants to
it's actually Relife. Quite well rated too. Like people like this.
Yeah, I'm reading.
And the main girl's right on the cover with brown hair. Mm-hmm.
This looks
excellent job throwing me for a loop there, Jay. That's
this is great.
Yeah, so like I was like, I could answer instantly, but I feel like if I did that, they'd instantly know it's real. So I had to like play up the like, what color was it again? Just to make it seem like I was like making it up.
Yeah. Now I'm really like, Jay, you're too gosh darn smart.
Now we're in trouble, Cole. Now I'm genuinely nervous. I forgot how smart Jay is.
I forgot that Jay is like an independent person and he's not just going to play along with my games.
He just doesn't. He's like an actual person and not just a character you created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not just an AI.
Yeah.
Chat. GPT. I don't know why I have such a tough time saying GPT.
It is strange. I work with a guy too, and he has trouble saying it too.
Jay,
do you agree with this review? I always like reading the AniList reviews. Although not yet a masterpiece, a must-read for fans of the genre.
Yeah, I can get that. I think like it's definitely not it definitely is a bit primitive in its plot and its execution.
I find it a bit shallow and pedantic.
But it does have a lot of cool ideas and a couple cool things that might interest some people.
Do mics move?
By the way, full disclosure, all of the light novels that I will be talking about that are real are available over here in the West, and you can purchase them if they interest you in any way.
And the ones that are made up will soon be coming out here in the West.
Subscribe to the Patreon to get Jay's. He's going to write these light novels for you.
I'll have to write the whole thing.
This is false advertising. That's not good.
The views expressed by Michael are not necessarily the views
of the Anime Protagonist podcast.
Are almost certainly not the views of the Anime Protagonist podcast. But yes, I'm ready for the next disappointment, Jay.
Okay.
Give me another one.
Okay.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Okay.
Hurry.
The next one.
Let's go. What's the holdup?
E-senpai, reincarnated in another world with my beautiful upperclassmen.
Crap, that's a good title.
I, Minoru Kobayashi, am your typical second-year high school boy. Average grades, a pair of friends I hang out with all the time, and an unrequited love for Natsumi Oda, the beautiful girl 1 year above me who doesn't even know I exist. One day, on my way home from school, I am suddenly hit by a runaway truck and reincarnated into another world. The catch? It seems like Natsumi-senpai is with me, and she even tried to save me from the truck. This is the story of me and my beautiful upperclassmen living our lives in a fantasy world.
Oh, it's my turn, right? I ask first.
Yep.
Okay.
This is a toughie too, honestly.
Was the upperclassman the president of the high school?
Like the student council?
Yes.
I don't think it's explicitly ever said, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
That's an interesting response, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like the actual fact doesn't matter as much as like how Jay answers the question.
Yeah, it's how the answer is generated.
Yes.
His AI brain is working.
Yes. Computing. Okay, so it's my turn to ask a question about this. What was the title again, Jay?
Let me just grab it real quick. E-senpai, reincarnated in another world with my beautiful upperclassmen.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to ask Cole's question. What color is the main girl's hair?
Red.
The beautiful upperclassman's hair
is
red.
red. It's red. Yeah, she's a redhead.
She's a redhead. Interesting. That's an interesting answer. Not too many redheads these days.
Yeah. I'm getting. What was that show that came out recently where the guy was reincarnated, and then his sister isekai'd herself? Do you remember that one? Came out like a couple seasons ago.
Oh, My One Hit Kill Sister or something?
Yeah. No, isn't that My One Hit Kill Mom or whatever?
No, that's Do You Love Your Mom and Her Multi-Hit Attack or something.
Who cares?
You're thinking of the wrong incest anime, Cole. You're clearly not a connoisseur.
She had red hair. That's what
Which one did?
The
sister one. The sister one.
The mom had like gray hair?
Yeah, like grayish.
I don't watch
like
such
an
shows.
ash hair.
Yeah, she had gray hair, and then she had that like loose ponytail that all mums in anime have.
Yeah,
but the
loose ponytail that hangs on the side.
Yeah, the sister just had a straight up ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
not that I watched it.
Over time, the ponytail kind of slowly moves down to the shoulder.
Yeah, when you can't lift your arms anymore because you're just so tired. I'm gonna guess that this is a J creation.
Okay.
This one is straight from the depths of Chat GPT.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
This one, I was so sure about the last one that now my confidence is shaken. And then this one, I genuinely have no idea. So, but since the red doesn't seem like a color Jay would come up with off the top of his skull. So, based on that, I'm going to say this is a real light novel.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
So, I just want to say off the bat, by the way.
Yes.
That I came up with all of these, and it is fake.
Oh.
It's not chat. I didn't use Chat GPT.
Oh, okay.
And this one is not. And this one is fake.
This one is fake.
I made it up.
Cole, you got a point.
So Cole gets the point.
Hold on. I'll add you to the points on the list.
See, I like when the board is like this. Can you hold it up one more time?
This is your favorite way the board looks.
Cole likes it when he gets a point, is what he's saying.
When I get a point, and
do you want me to
noticeably, yes, please read the point. Please read the point total.
My role on the podcast is always to read the point totals. Cole, 1 point.
That's right. Yeah.
Mike.
How many points does Mike have?
0 points.
Yes.
Jay, 1 point.
Thank you. Cole, what was it that tipped you off that it was not real?
When you said it was when I asked you what the class president, if she was the class president, and then you had to think. You thought too much on that one. Okay. She either is or she isn't. And then you're
That's
like,
a good point,
not
actually.
explicitly said, so...
It definitely would have been. You're right. Yeah. So... Yeah. If it was full power fantasy, he would definitely have been, super cool.
Yeah. And for sure, she's a tsundere, right?
Yes. She's absolutely,
absolutely. Well, red hair. Red tsundere is always red hair.
Red hair, tsundere. Yeah, she's got twin tails. She's she's best girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
This fictional girl that doesn't even exist.
I also like the elf girl. Dream. The elf girl's good too. Yeah. She's kind of like shy, but like kind of nicely put together, you know, like she's...
Yeah, is there an elf girl in this fantasy, Jay?
Cole, come on. Who am I?
Obviously. So why are you saying that the tsundere is best girl when obviously you're best girl in this thing that you made up?
The elf girl with gray hair. She's a little coy.
Look, here's the thing.
This is Jay's Chizuru. This is Jay's like character that he created that he's just obsessed with.
Look, okay, so the reason the elf girl isn't my favorite girl, at least in this light novel, is because like she doesn't really appear as much as the other girl, so like she doesn't get as much development.
Okay.
I like that we're discussing this light novel that Jay's gonna write.
This would actually be a really stupid but fun episode for like an April Fool's Day or something. We just review a made up thing.
Oh, that would be funny.
How would we do that?
That would be funny.
That would actually be funny.
We just like coordinate and like make it. Yeah.
It'd be a lot of yes ends.
Yeah, no, it would be just like total improv.
Pure improv.
Yeah, but like
which we're so good at.
Yes and.
Great use of yes and. You can't just say yes and. You have to continue after.
No, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. That's all there is to it. Next.
Yeah. Okay, next. The king's might may cause the apocalypse. Setsu Schneider is revered.
This guy's name is Schneider?
The king's might.
Wait, which might is it?
Like All Might, like might, like he's strong.
Oh, I thought you meant like the king might.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, like the king's, like his strength or his power.
Oh, I thought it was
he might.
Yeah, he might.
He might may.
He maybe did. Maybe what? Did. Did what?
He maybe did.
No, did.
Yeah. Okay, Jay. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, millennials.
Yeah. Seiyuu Schneider is revered as the benevolent ruler of the Schneider Kingdom by his subjects.
Wait, what's his name?
What's he doing to this Schneider?
Seiyuu Schneider is his name. King of the Schneider Kingdom.
Seiyuu Schneider.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Well, it's the ultimate combination. It's the ultimate fever dream of like an anime light novel author.
Yeah.
Japanese and German. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Anyway,
I'll hold it together.
I won't.
And
can you start from the top, please?
Yeah. Seiyuu Schneider is revered. You guys are making me laugh. Is revered as the benevolent ruler of the Schneider Kingdom by his subjects, and feared as the almighty leader of the world's strongest army by his enemies. Someone who protects his people with limitless power granted to him by the gods, and an unbreakable spirit honed in him by his forefathers. With such might, however, comes great tragedy, as King Schneider must find a way to extinguish his godlike strength for good before it ends up bringing his own kingdom's demise.
Seiyuu Schneider, and it's my turn to guess for asking a question first.
Yeah.
I want to know, in this tale of Seiyuu Schneider and the king's might, he maybe did destroy the kingdom. Does he have a pet in this light novel?
He does. There's a wolf companion that sits next to, a wolf.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
No.
Okay.
You get one question.
Question.
Okay. I should have asked the two, but that's okay.
Is this an isekai?
No, it's pure fantasy.
Pure fantasy. Interesting.
Pure fantasy. Okay.
See, I wanted to know if his wolf companion could talk. So it was giving me the beginning after the end vibes a little bit.
No talking.
No talking.
It's just a wolf.
See, I got two free questions.
That's 2 questions.
Nice. Hackers.
Yeah.
This one is a little tougher though, because you know what actually is like my biggest clue here, and it's our good boy Seiyuu Schneider. I don't know whether or not Jay would come up with the name Seiyuu Schneider. It's but I know Dark Schneider is like a famous character, so the name's not totally original. And Cole hit something interesting there with the Japanese do love to mix the German and the Japanese characters, right? This is another tricky one, Jay. You've outdone yourself. You've chosen either very incredibly obscure enough that I've never even thought to hear about this. But this one, I don't think you made up either.
Okay.
I'm going to go that this one is a real light novel about a good boy named Seiyuu Schneider and his pet wolf.
Okay.
And his might.
Okay. I'm starting to realize something that I associate Jay too much with light novels, so I'm going to think every light novel is going to be made up by Jay.
That's actually, that's a good point.
My mind is going to be blown every time Jay says, no, this is real. So with that being said, I'm going to say that Jay made this up. And Seiyuu Schneider is going to be the next main protagonist of everyone's favorite light novel series.
Yeah, I can't wait for the anime.
I can't wait for the Seiyuu Schneider verse.
The Zack Schneider verse.
All right.
Release the Schneider cut.
Release the Seiyuu Schneider cut.
Okay. I appreciate both of your responses, and I understand the logic behind both of them.
Okay.
One of you did get it correct, obviously.
Oh, really?
Really? Oh.
Wow. Big brain.
Meaning I don't have an opportunity to get a point, but the person who got it right is Cole.
Crap. Jay made this one.
I took absolute inspiration from the thought that people in like that Japanese people love the name Schneider for some reason.
Yeah, it's when my YouTube career begins, I want to do a whole video essay about why Japanese anime are just obsessed with like
German names for things.
Yeah, Germanic like Attack on Titan and like
Bleach has a lot of between Spanish or German,
Strange. Little backstory on this one. The name originally was Satoru Nobunaga, but I was like, that's way too on the nose. I gotta change that. Yeah. And then I started writing the synopsis, and I wrote the Schneider Kingdom, and I was like, well, he can't be Nobunaga of the Schneider Kingdom. That doesn't make any sense. So I changed his last name to Schneider, and I was like, okay. How can I change the first name? And then I was like, I know, let's make it Seth, but like Japanese.
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
So like Seth Schneider, Setsu Schneider. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know why I just said that was the first Seth I could think of.
So that's where that came from. Just a little peek behind the old brain.
Yeah. Lift the kimono and reveal your inner thoughts. Yeah.
And reveal your
might
thoughts.
My might.
Your might. Yeah, he might. He maybe did.
Next.
Yes.
Onward.
What's the score?
You know the score. The score is 2 points for Cole, 1 point for Jay.
Okay. Well, it sucks for you guys because as the host of the Anime Protagonist podcast, I think we should just wrap this up right now and declare myself the winner.
Jay's in control.
I'm in control. And the next light novel is titled Days with My Stepsister. Okay. After his father remarries, Yuta suddenly finds himself with a new stepsister, Saki, the greatest beauty at school. Neither of them is sure how to act around the other at first, but the two gradually grow more comfortable living together. Slowly, cautiously, patiently, two strangers become more. So begins an unlikely love story.
I don't even know if I need a question for this one, to be honest.
Really?
No.
What has you so sure?
I'll tell you after.
Okay. You do get a question, though.
You do get a question.
Well, I'll think of something.
It's not even a get. It's a you must ask a question.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was an obligation.
It's not a right. It's a obligation.
It's a duty. Yeah.
It's a duty.
It's a duty.
It's a duty. Yes. Who gets to ask?
Mike,
the
it's your
first?
turn.
No, Mike did last time.
Cole gets
Cole gets.
That's
is it my turn?
Yeah,
we're all sitting here like idiots.
Wow.
Classic.
One of us was.
Okay, here I'm gonna. Does the stepsister have a hair accessory?
Oh.
No.
Okay.
At least I don't think so.
Okay.
A hair accessory. Like, what did you have in mind there, Cole?
Like a headband or like a hair clip or something, you know?
Okay.
I don't know. I looked up at my Bochi the Rock thing on it, and Bochi's got her little beads in her.
So he lives with this stepsister now.
Yes.
Do their parents factor in at all into this story?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
That was a good question, I think. I think that
was a good question. I'm going to say this one, despite what I said in my last guess, this one's real. This one feels real to me, and I'll tell you why after Mike guesses. So I don't want to influence Mike's guess.
I am going to also side with Cole. I do believe this is real because my question there, just how quickly Jay kind of like revealed he didn't know the answer and didn't like scramble to come up with something. That feels like he's pulling in the memory banks. He's not using the creativity juices out of that brain hole. So
well, and the other thing I'm gonna say is Jay doesn't strike me as Jay gets uncomfortable, I think, with some of the incest stuff that happens in anime, and Jay wouldn't make something like that up, and that feels too like common in some of these light novel things with step siblings becoming more than siblings.
Now the thing that kind of made me think for a second Jay might have came up with this one is that it kind of feels like a fusion of domestic girlfriend and girlfriend.
Maybe.
And I that kind of set off a little bit of a flag at the initial part, but then until I would have said that Jay made this one up.
Who knows? Maybe I'm deliberately coming up with an I don't know because I am thinking, I already used the juke strategy, so I gotta mix it up.
There's only one way to know.
Yeah.
There is only one way to know. It's real.
So me and Cole get a point?
You both get a point, yes.
I'm on the board.
Oh. Mike's on the board.
I'm on the board. Me and Jay are tied, and Cole's winning.
Cole is winning. Cole knows me too well.
Yeah, he does, honestly. I feel like this is like, you remember when we did the Newlywed game? We're learning that Cole, he knows you. His companion, Jay.
I know you both so well.
True.
It's true. Yeah.
Jay, why don't you read another one of these?
You know what? Yeah. I will. And this one is entitled, My Elf Friend Can't Possibly Be This Cute.
Oh my God. This is too on the nose, Jay.
After defeating the Demon Lord and saving the fantasy world of Altaria, Subaru Hamamoto returns home to some well-deserved rest. When he awakens the next morning, he feels something wrapped around him, and it turns out to be Irina, his elf companion who helped him on his fantasy quest. I couldn't bear saying goodbye, so I came with you, she proclaims. This is the story of a former hero's daily life with his elf friend, who can't possibly be this cute.
Mike, you have the first question.
It is my first question. So this is obviously... I'm not asking a question, I'm speaking out loud here.
Yep.
Can I have the title one more time?
My elf friend can't possibly be this cute.
All right, my turn to ask a question, because that was Michael's question.
That was a question.
No, you can't genie me here.
That was in the form of a question.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't. Go ahead.
Despite you already being a question ahead of me.
Cole, you get 2 questions this time, just to catch up.
Okay, that's fair. No, I feel like it's spelling bee rules. You can ask for like a definition. You can ask for, like your things. But I'm going to ask a pointed question here.
Okay.
And my brain doesn't work so hot when I'm listening to things. I have to kind of read along. Like anime has warped my brain where I need the captions. So I don't fully remember. And you might have answered this already. And I might be wasting my question once more.
Okay.
Is this an isekai?
Technically, because so it takes place after he defeated the Demon Lord and then returned back. So it has isekai
in the real world.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got the isekai.
It's like post isekai.
Yeah.
Wait, is the elf is in the real world?
Yeah. So she went with him.
Interesting.
I
hope this is real.
That's 3 questions.
I hope this is real. Jay. I've got one that's going to either this one's going to give away the answer, okay? What is the elf girl's name?
It's in the description, actually. Irina.
Oh, shoot. What? Description? Damn it. Okay. Well, Mike, go ahead and guess.
This is a tough one, honestly. It feels too on the nose a little bit for it to be. I don't think Jay would come up with this just because I think he would be like, no, that's too on the nose. And I think that as soon as the cute elf girl came out, like when he saw that title, he was like, they're going to for sure think I came up with that. and he was a little too quick with his answers. Although we've already established that Jay's a tricky boy, so that doesn't really tell me anything, actually. I think what we've learned here the most is I just am not good at this game. So with all that preamble out of the way, this story does sound slightly similar to a little anime I watched called Isekai Oji-san. Just a little bit, where there is the tsundere elf who joins them in the real world. But I think this is a true light novel. I don't think you made this one up, Jay. I think this is one you read every week and probably love.
Okay. Cool.
I think, you know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. I think this is real, and honestly, I'm intrigued by it. I like the reverse isekai.
Yeah, reverse isekai.
I can imagine cool. Like the fun that the characters would have. And the main character trying to hide the fact that she's from like a fantasy world. I hope it's real, and I'm going to be my disappointment will be immeasurable if Jay tells me that it's not real.
Okay.
And if it's not real, then I insist Jay actually writes this, because I would be reading it for sure.
Okay.
Well, if it's not real, Isekai Oji-san has a similar premise.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So the answer is I made it up.
Oh no,
Jay!
What? I'm so sad.
I made it up, but I want to put a gigantic asterisk next to it, because as we were talking about it, I realized that there is a light novel that exists that's so similar to this. Called Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf.
Oh, okay. It kind of gave the description of it too. Kind of reminded me of like Gate. Gate's a fun anime. Like,
is that what Gate's about?
Well, no, but it's, I don't know. We should review Gate. I feel like that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
But just the whole like concept of like these fantasy characters being in the real world, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, congratulations, Jay, on your point. I'm very proud of you. That's great.
The reason I thought I had to make an elf one up is because last time we did this, I did a real light novel with an elf, and you both thought it was fake. Because you thought like, oh, there's no way he came up with...
Did you go back and listen to the other episode? Or do you just know that offhand?
How do
you know that?
He remembers...
I didn't listen to the whole thing, but like I listened to like little bits of it just to kind of get an idea of what the vibe was.
Jay is the elephant man. He remembers everything.
I should have done that in hindsight. I think I should have. Yeah. I would have got like a little bit of an advantage here. Ooh, Jay drinking a Barks. Nice choice.
They're okay.
A&W's better.
Just for a little side tangent on Barks, because Mike brought it up. It has for the longest while didn't have Barks anywhere in the city.
Yeah, it was like hard to find for a while there.
Super hard to find, and then like maybe like a week ago I found it and I was like, I need it right now. So I bought myself a case. And
you know what else is nice about Barks? They don't advertise.
I was just gonna bring that up.
It's
there. Just Barks.
Yeah, you know.
It's just Barks. Barks has bite. I remember commercials for Barks in the 90s where like it was like like a sock puppet dog. Barks has bite, and then they've never advertised since. I never see ads for Barks, and I appreciate that in this capitalist world.
Before I forget, by the way, I never sent Mike the picture of Days with My Stepsister.
Oh. Yes.
Yes. We do need to see a picture.
Yeah, I'll send that. Yes. I'll send that to you guys right now, just so you guys can take a look.
And the listeners here can hear our live reaction to the photo.
Yes.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yes,
it's loading.
Okay. That is not what I thought she'd look like, but
she kind of looks a
little
also
like have something in her hair now that I look at it.
Yeah. That's a point for Cole. That's a point.
I thought, yeah, thanks. Give me another point. I thought that she would have black hair, but I like that she has blonde hair.
She looks like a less Gyaru Marin. If Marin was like a nice, wholesome girl.
Yeah,
which she is, but
this light novel isn't out yet, but I think by the time this comes out, it'll be out. and Yen Press has it, so go check it out because it's actually like apparently pretty wholesome. Yeah.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Next.
Average score 78. Yeah? Exactly the same as the other one.
Almost as if I planned it like that. I didn't.
He did. He's just being humble.
Yeah. The next light novel, Gentleman.
Okay.
Rebuild World. The pinnacle of human civilization has come and gone, leaving only ruins in its wake. Society and science now struggle to rebuild, rediscovering scraps of knowledge from powerful ancient artifacts that defy comprehension. These relics of the old world can make the fortunes of those who find them, if ancient security systems and rogue bioweapons don't kill the relic hunters first. Akira, a young street orphan, sets out to become one such hunter to escape his brutal life in the slums. Untrained, malnourished, and poorly armed, Akira would be lucky to make it back from the ruins alive, until an encounter with Alpha, a mysterious, ghostly woman, changes his fate forever. Alpha needs a hunter, and she's willing to train Akira to get one. Will her support be enough to help a penniless kid from the slums climb up to the top of a crushing and merciless world?
That was a girthy description.
That was a girthy description, and I'm having trouble keeping track. Is it my turn to ask?
It's Mike's turn.
You. Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cole asked first, the last one.
We're very smart people.
We're so good at this.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to ask a question about...
Don't let Mike's glasses fool you. He's also an idiot.
Why? I've never understood the whole, glasses, you must be a smart guy. It's like...
I don't know. Yeah, you can't even see properly.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even do that
his brain isn't even letting his eyes work properly.
Yeah. Because that's how it works.
Yeah,
exactly. This is not a question. I'm clarifying. I just need to hear the title one more time.
This is not a question. I'm just asking a question.
Good. He formed it in the form of a sentence, so I will not count it as a question. Rebuild World.
Rebuild World. That's right. And when I first heard that, I was kind of like, oh, that sounds rebuild's interesting. It sounds like a weird, like, I could picture someone in Japan, like, just combining the two words and saying those are two cool words, combining it. That's the thing. Rebuild the world is how they would say it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure the not kanji, katakana version of it, right?
I believe that was a question from Michael, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
That was a question.
No.
Michael phrased that as a question, and therefore it's my turn.
I don't remember what I said. I'm going to ask you, Jay.
Okay.
About Rebuild the World.
Okay. Rebuild the World.
Is this the author's first go at writing a light novel? Is this their first light novel?
I don't know.
His reaction, Cole. Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes. Interesting. He doesn't know off the top of his head. It is your turn to ask a question.
I'm going to say yes.
It is my turn.
You're going to say yes?
I'm going to say yes.
You haven't heard of a work by him before? Or them? I guess them. Yes.
I haven't heard of a work by this person before.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm going to ask a very simple question. Is the title Rebuild World, is that a translation or is that the title?
I'm pretty sure it's a translation.
Okay. That's my question.
Yeah, Mike, if you'd like to guess.
These are all tough. These are all tough ones. You know what? I've gotten it for I think that every answer so far. I'm just going to say this one's real. Why not? Throw caution to the wind. Jay, this one's real. You didn't come up with this one. This one is a real light novel that you have found for us.
Again, this is another one where I hope it's real because it kind of sounds cool.
Sounds cool, yeah.
Cyberpunk-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I know Jay doesn't like cyberpunk. Jay's not a big sci-fi guy. And for that reason, I'm saying Jay made this up.
Interesting.
I'm going to say Jay is making this one up as a ruse.
I think a big part of this is Cole is just like upset that the last one he wanted to be real was fake, so he's not getting his hopes up. Yeah.
Actually, Cole, now that you have said this, the way Jay answered my question actually made me think that it was a Jay ruse as well. Because I think he would know. I think he would know the author and whether or not they had works before this.
Okay. Also, I feel like
but I can't change my answer now.
I feel like Rebuild World sounds like a Japanese person coming up with an English title. You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree.
Like what's that other one? World Trigger or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one.
Like it's like those aren't words that somebody would put together unless English wasn't their first language.
Yeah.
You know?
The one I always think of too is like Re-Zero. Like it makes sense, but it's just a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay.
So just to clarify, Mike says it's real. Cole says I made it up.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the answer is, Cole, you'll be happy to know it's real.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm actually interested in this one. Mike, you got it. Yeah.
Mike got it. I'm gonna send.
Ooh, tied it up.
No, I'm
Cole.
still winning.
Cole,
I'm still winning.
Well, I meant tied it up with Jay. The real competition here.
Yeah.
Cole has 3. Me and Jay have 2.
Yeah.
The competition narrows.
So something that I completely forgot about. This is getting an anime.
What?
Oh.
Completely forgot about that. I was specifically looking for light novels that didn't have an anime because, would make it a lot harder, but apparently this one's getting an anime, so that completely ruined that plan.
Average score of this one, 63.
I think Rebuild World is the name. Like the first character is Re.
Oh,
and then
right.
I don't know. Sometimes they
you're
stylize
the Romanji says Rebuild World, so you're right. It is just the actual title. The average score is 63. The mean score is 80.
Cole, and
I might check this one out.
Cole and Jay on the AniList. I'm going to send it in. This is how you pronounce the name. This is the synonym for the name. Can you read that for me?
Rebuild World.
Did I not say that's how you would say it if you were a person pronouncing the katakana?
I think you were putting in as in there too many times.
Oh, okay. This, yep. Honestly, this actually seems interesting. I'm into this one a little bit.
I read the first volume. It's actually like pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it nails the dystopia vibe. It nails the it nails that little junker kid starting up from nothing and slowly getting more power as time goes on.
Do you have this one?
It's digital only.
Oh, okay.
But I do have volume 1. Yes.
It doesn't say what
digitally.
studios do in this one. That's kind of weird.
I mean, I think it's very early in production.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jay, remind me about this one off air because I'd be interested to check this one out actually.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Let's go. Let's
keep
going.
Next 1. Let's go with, because I'm not going in order. Magical Girl Parade.
Magical Girl Parade.
Okay. Kimiko Hashimoto has been granted entry into the Magical Girl Parade, a team of superpowered girls that stand to protect the world from any yokai that may cross over into our dimension. But before she can enter the field, she must attend the Magical Girl Academy, a school of promising girls all selected to join the legendary parade. Join Kimiko on her journey as she enters the illustrious world of her dreams.
This sounds adorable, first of all. Yeah. Is it my turn to ask a question?
It is your turn to ask a question.
What is the primary color of our main heroine?
Pink. Yeah.
That was a quick answer.
Yeah.
He knew that.
But
one.
I mean, it should be a quick answer.
Should be, yep, because it's real.
Yeah.
Right? Jay, is this one real or fake? Is my question.
Your answer is tune in to find out.
Okay. Title again, please.
Magical Girl Parade.
Can you just for once remember the title?
Yeah.
Just one time.
It'll never happen.
There is a Word document for you to write it down. If
that is an option, but I could also just ask you. I could put the onus on you to tell it me again. I also forget the description too, so I'm not going to make you reread
the whole
that.
description.
Yeah.
Can you just present this over?
Yeah, the main character there, Rosalina or Katarina.
Kimiko Hashimoto.
Oh,
yeah.
Kimiko
Hashimoto. Hashimoto.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have a romantic interest in a boy?
No, it's mostly just the girls, and they're all at this all-girls school. Yeah.
No, I can see this already. People read this and they're like, "Oh my God, Yuri." Meanwhile, there's
quite a bit.
There is quite a bit of Yuri.
Quite a bit of Yuri bait. Like, it's not like explicitly they're together, but like there is Yuri bait. Oh,
Yuri bait. Okay, Yuri bait.
It's basically like a Kebi Sailor uniform. Same vibe.
Not actual Yuri.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this one is. This one's tough. This one's tougher than the other ones were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this one is fake. This one's a J contraption.
J machination, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
A J-canation.
Well, I guess it's my turn to decide then.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's how this works. Yeah, Jay's not guessing because he's presenting.
No, I know all the answers, so me guessing makes no sense.
Yeah.
When I guess, then it's your turn to guess.
I think that this one, Jay, came up with. I think this is a Jay machination. I don't know why. There's just a vibe. He was a little too quick and sharp with his answers that I think it was a ruse to lead me astray. I think that this was just Jay being a sneaky boy.
Jay either made it up or he's a huge fan.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because like, I feel like when he makes them up, he does think of these things. Like, you might as well just write the light novel, Jay. Just write it already.
May as well. Just write it.
Yeah, I mean, they're already there, right?
Yeah.
No, honestly, this one, could you imagine if it were real?
Oh, you dirty dingler.
No, it's fake.
We got it.
I said, could you imagine?
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. Yeah. I could see this one being real. I could see this one being a Yuri bait magical girl thing. I just I feel like if it was real, it would be big. And I've never heard of it, to be honest. Yeah.
Fair.
The whole concept of it being like a school for magical girls.
Yeah. Interesting idea, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So humble. Jay's so humble.
So humble.
If only I hadn't. Well, you know what? If any light novel authors are reading or are listening to this and get any ideas, free rein, go for it.
Free rein, but don't forget that we came up with it. So
yeah.
Copyright Anime Protagonist Podcast 2023. All rights reserved.
Yeah. Yeah. Just remember to send me
feel free to use them.
Feel free to use them,
but send me a royalty check at the end of every month.
Absolutely.
No.
Send me the royalty check.
Hear me out. Use it, but just make sure that you credit us.
Yes.
So that we get listeners, because we get paid in listeners. Your listens feed me.
Yes,
give me strength. Give me power.
True. Yeah. I mean, so the main point behind this one's inception was I needed to create something that wasn't just like the same thing again.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
And honestly, the toughest part of coming up with all these is the title. Once I have the title, it's like,
then it kind of writes itself.
It just kind of writes itself.
You can kind of like just guess what it's about, right? And honestly, Jay, I feel like your light novel machinations you've come up with are better than the actual ones that are real. Honestly, so far.
Yeah.
Honestly,
what?
yeah. Like
Jay, like you should write some of these, even as short stories or something like that. Put them on our Patreon.
You can read Jay's erotic fanfics.
Mike. Let's use Jay's talents to benefit us financially.
This is the way Cole thinks about everything. This is a peek behind the curtain.
I just want to remind the two of you that I went to school for writing, so that's why.
I know, yeah.
No, I didn't just come out a compliment, my boy.
Didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No. You're doing great. We are at an hour though. Maybe we should only do a couple more here.
I was going to say this should be the final one, but if Jay wants to, okay.
2 more. Okay.
We'll do them a little quicker. Yeah.
All right. Next one, The Empty Box and Zeroth Maria. Kazuki Hoshino treasures nothing more than his ordinary life, and March 2nd should have been an ordinary day. The arrival of a transfer...
He treasures nothing more than his ordinary box.
The arrival of a transfer student, the mysterious Aya Otonashi, shouldn't have shattered the world he knows. He's never seen this girl before in his life, but she says she's met him thousands of times and declares war on him for a crime he can't even remember. As the truth begins to unravel, nothing is as it seems, and the heart of it all is a wish powerful enough to change everything.
Who goes first? Cole, I think.
I don't remember anymore.
I think I went first last time.
Sure,
yeah. It's a tricky one. This Kaseki Hoshino and the Zeroth familiar.
All right.
Is there a will they, won't they between the transfer student and the main character?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Okay,
can you elaborate, please? Give me the details. Give me all of the details. Give me everything that you know about it. I want to know literally everything that happens from the start of the story to the end of the story. Can you please do that for me?
No.
And then tell me if it's real or fake.
I will do that after you both guess.
Okay. I tried.
You tried? It failed. Now I need to think if this Kaseki Hoshino and the Zeroth familiar is a real light novel or not.
The Empty Box and Zeroth Maria.
See, you just got it wrong. You just got it wrong. Where did that title come from?
Okay, Kazuki Hoshino is the main character's name.
Okay, sure. Don't give him an excuse. Laugh at him.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you said that, Jay. I was like, where the hell did I come up with that? Look how confidently I wrote it down, too.
Yeah, I got
chair
this.
Incident.
I got this.
Oh no. Jay,
this will go down in the annals of history.
This is right next to the chair incident from a couple weeks ago. This is getting clipped.
Oh, which one? Which chair incident?
The one that just went up as a short on our YouTube channel. Go check out our YouTube channel, by the way.
Yeah,
chair ascending into heaven too.
Jay, can you? I'd like to hear the title again, please.
Yeah. Can you?
Okay, do you want to write it down as I say it this time?
No, there's no point.
There's no point. I'm too stupid.
The Empty Box and Zeroth Maria.
What did you write down?
Kaseki Hoshino and the Zeroth familiar. Can you tell me, Jay, what color is Kaseki Hoshino's eyes?
His eyes? I think they're blue.
Is there a Zeroth familiar involved at all?
Where did that come from? Oh, stop. My stomach hurts.
There isn't really a familiar, no.
Okay. I think I was trying to remember what... Cause I remember the title had a weird, made-up word at the end.
Yeah.
It was Maria, though. Maria.
Yeah, that's a weird made-up word.
Yeah, that's Maria. A weird made-up name.
Man, yes. I don't remember anything about the plot. That was the hardest I've ever laughed recording an episode of this podcast. That was insane.
Do you want me
where did that come from? Mike should be writing these titles.
That's a good title. That's a light novel title.
That's a light novel title. I'd read that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn. It's my turn to guess
back
first.
on track.
Do you want me to reread the?
No,
it's okay. It's my fault for forgetting.
Mike still hasn't asked a question though. Do you want me to? Or yes,
I asked the eye color.
He asked the eye thing. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this one is real.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds very unique.
Okay.
Yeah. Little. In the synopsis, I didn't get much to compare it to, which I feel like if Jay was just coming up with a title and a synopsis, there would be some connection.
There's usually
to
some inspiration
else.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say real for this one.
I kind of think, based on all of my evidence that I can remember, all of it, obviously, including the title, the title.
Yeah.
I think Jay found this one deep in the recesses of his own mind. I think he came up with this one.
Think I came up with it?
I think you came up with it.
Okay. Well, only one of you can get it right. And Cole got it right.
Oh no!
I'm so good at this.
It is real. And if I turn your attention to my favorites list.
Is it on there?
It's
really?
on my favorites list.
I didn't know you were such a big fan of Kasuki Hoshino and the Zeroth Familiar. Oh, here we go.
What number of familiar, by the way?
the Zeroth Familiar.
Zeroth Familiar. That sounds awesome.
Empty Box and the Zeroth Maria. That's where I got Zeroth from.
Yeah. No, you got it from somewhere.
I did. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad I'm not just totally insane.
Yeah. Only a little bit.
Only a little bit.
The main character in this, his name is O.
That's one of the characters.
Or is it Zero?
No, it's O.
It's O? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. One more.
Yes.
One more. Okay.
This is speed round.
Okay.
I like how we said like, oh, we gotta get through this one fast, and then we spent
I'm sorry.
5 minutes like. I just about puked.
Cole's won the game, by the way.
Insane.
No, this is the bonus round.
Double or nothing, Cole. This is for all the marbles.
What's the score right now?
5 to you, 3 me, J 2.
Okay, I'm getting a point regardless, but there's an extra point up for grabs for whoever gets this one.
Okay.
And that's how, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you guarantee a point.
Why are you getting a point anyway?
I get 1 point for winning, and then whoever gets this one also gets a point. So I could get 2 points.
Whose line is it anyway? The rules are made up.
Sure. I mean, whatever.
Okay.
They're made up by me so that I always win.
True. So humble. Okay.
All right.
Let's have it, Jay.
The final light novel title. Going home is for chumps. I'm going to spend the night at the manga cafe where 2D girls reign supreme. 14-year-old Shido Azumi isn't interested in 3D girls. They reject his confessions, think he's gross, reject him constantly, gossip about other people, refuse to be his girlfriend, act all high and mighty, and won't even go on a single date with him. Who needs that?
Not one.
And when his parents keep pestering him to find a girlfriend, even though his favorite 2D girl already agreed to go out with him in his dating sim, forget it. All Azumi needs is his local manga cafe where he can read manga, watch anime, and play games with his favorite 2D girls as much as he wants without any judgment. If he's doing his schoolwork, then who can complain? This is the story of a NEET in the making, learning that sometimes interacting with other people may help you come out of your shell.
Now it's my turn to go first, I believe. My first question. Does the main character here of this little ditty, this little story that we're talking about, do they have glasses?
Yes.
Okay.
Jay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Why aren't like manga cafes a thing here in the West.
I know. Let's open one.
Like, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool to like?
What if
just go chill in like a? Just go chill in like a padded, chill in like a padded room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Though, like
yeah,
like a room, like the floors are cushions. You just go sit in there and chill,
like in Detective Kamamohashi or whatever.
Yeah. Also, I have another question, Mike. What did you write down as the title of this one?
This little light novel is titled "Going Home is for Chumps."
That's all you got?
That's all you got?
Wasn't that the whole name?
No, there was a subtitle to it.
There's a subtitle for it.
I stopped listening at that point. Okay. I already asked my question. Cole,
I asked my question.
Did you?
No,
okay.
I did.
So now I have
was
to guess.
Genuinely my question. Why do we live in a dystopian nightmare when Japan is right there that we live in?
Manga cafes sort of did exist before Indigo took over, because there was, in our local bookstores, you could get a Starbucks and you could read the books in the store.
Yeah, that's not the same though. I want like my own little private room.
Oh, you just want no one to be able to look at you.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty ideal. Cafes are starting to become a thing, I think, here. But
that is
sometimes,
true.
Yeah. Let's get maid
apparently
cafes
there's like an
too.
Uber cat too, where you can like order a cat for like an hour or something.
That doesn't sound I've
got my own cat.
Yeah, I have too many cats already. I got one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this one is real.
Yeah.
And the reason I think it's real, Jay, is because. Wait. No, this is gonna be my first one. I think is a J machination. Even though it's not the first one, I think is a J machination.
Okay.
Yeah. Because of the way you answered my question, but I did think I was going to go, it was a real one. And this is going to probably bite me in the butt after, because I think the lesson that this Kazuki Hoshino, the main character of this story, learns, that going out and interacting...
from Zeroth Maria, not this one.
Oh, I know.
You're doing great, Mike.
You're doing a good job.
I think the lesson that you said they learned by the end of going out and interacting with people is good for them. I don't think that's a lesson that you would agree with. I think you're perfectly happy to stay home and not interact with us jerks. So that's why I thought it was real. But then I thought more about it, and then I think, Jay, you've created this with that big, brilliant brain of yours.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is real, but my official guess is gonna go down as a J machination, because I want Jay to get a point.
Okay. So you both think I made this up?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Cole reads this one, I think.
This was a 4 a.m. creation right before I went to bed.
Oh,
so we won?
Yeah, you won.
We won.
I stumbled into winning.
He says so humbly.
Yeah.
Me?
No.
Oh no.
So what have we learned?
Well, we learned that Cole knows Jay quite well. We learned I don't have a good memory, short term. And we learned that Cole won 6-4-2.
I couldn't stump you.
Couldn't do it.
No, you can't stump me. I am too smart. He says, as he ends the podcast. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. You can follow us on social media at AniProPod. Leave a like, review, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating if possible, or even tell a friend about us. We actually recently had somebody let us know that they told a friend about us.
Yeah, actually, that's super cool. Yeah.
Which was nice. That, you know, it warms our hearts to know that we have fans.
Yeah.
Our little hearts grew 3 sizes that day.
And as a reminder, let us know what your score was with this. Did you get them all right?
Yes,
Did you get them all wrong?
Yeah.
That was
no way, there's no way anyone beat me.
Takato fan again left us that lovely little comment.
Yes. No, thank you. Actually, that's very nice. And why don't you consider joining our Discord? Links to all that again at our website. And we also have a Patreon. If you really like us, you could support us financially. That makes a big difference for us to keep this show running. You also get a shout out at the end of every episode, like these wonderful people: Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Braindead B-Dog, Super Mexi, Peach, Frama, and Kratost. I didn't forget about you this time, Kratost. Is it Kratos?
Something like that.
Doesn't matter. The shout-out still stands. Anyway.
Yeah, they get early episodes, they get bonus episodes, they get access to our lost episodes from when the show was even worse than it is right now. And
scary times.
Yeah, scary times. They also get access to a special channel in the Discord and everything. So why don't you consider helping out the pod? But yeah, we'll be back next week. We've got a couple reviews coming up. We've got High School of the Dead. And Jay, what was your new manga that we're going to be reviewing?
It's a manhwa titled Jungle Juice.
Mm-hmm. I think High School of the Dead's next week, I think even, right?
I
think it's a Halloween episode. Yeah.
I believe the timing of that sounds about right.
I don't remember exactly. Yes.
But yeah, the march towards 100 continues. Only a few more left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exciting stuff.
Very.
Yeah, but we have reached the end of the episode, and we'll be back next week. But until we come back next week, we say, as we do at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist podcast, bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.